Let's talk about buyer's agent compensation. It used to be that more often than not, the compensation for a buyer's agent was paid by the seller. Now, regulations have changed, and the responsibility to pay for compensation for buyer representation, the agent who represents and protects you, falls on you, the buyer. Please know that sellers are still paying the buyer's agent's commission, but not always. I still negotiate with home sellers on my buyer's behalf to get them to contribute to the compensation. But at the end of the day, seeing that your agent gets paid is now the responsibility of the buyer. You'll have to sign a buyer's agreement before any buyer's agent in the United States can show you a home. That agreement, which states that the buyer is responsible to pay the buyer's agent commission, not the seller. That said, the seller can still pay the commission. It just must be negotiated off the multiple listing service, or better known as the MLS. The new regulation does not say that the seller can't pay the buyer representation fee. It's something that can be negotiated on your behalf. Some sellers still will pay for it and some won't. You could still choose to write an offer on a home where the seller pays the fee for your buyer's agent, or you can choose not to write an offer on a home if the seller is not willing to pay it. That compensation can seem like a big chunk. So is it worth it? If you choose the right broker to represent you, it definitely is. Seller's agents are just that. They are there to represent the seller. You, the buyer, want someone who's working on your behalf. Most experts agree that buyers who go it alone often end up paying more for a house because they don't have the negotiation skills or market knowledge that an agent does. They may also miss out on finding the best home for themselves because they don't have access to all the listings and the information that an agent has. Not only that, but buyers who don't have a real estate expert in their court can end up with dozens of legal headaches and unexpected costs. When buyers decide to represent themselves in a real estate transaction without the expertise of a buyer's agent, they might think they're saving money. But when you consider the overall financial investment and potential liability involved, it's really a false savings. Having representation makes a huge difference. For example, according to the National Association of Realtors, homes sold directly by owners, known as for sale by owners, FSBO, tend to sell for an average of $95,000 less than sellers who use an agent. So if having professional representation can make that much of a difference to a seller, think about how much it could benefit you even if you're one paying your agent's commission. And you know what? Your agent doesn't get paid until you succeeded in getting you into the home you want. Here's what a great broker does for you. First, they guide you forward to the right home. This means that they start by connecting you to the reputable mortgage loan officer so you really understand what you can afford. You don't want to waste your time looking at a Mercedes if a Kia is the amount you qualify for. A great buyer's agent will also help you get a clear understanding of what you need, your priorities, and what you love to have in a home, the must-haves and the nice-to-haves. Next, before taking you around on tours, they'll research different neighborhoods and homes to find you great matches. Before you ever step in a house, you'll know exactly what you're looking at and that it fits what you're looking for. Then once you find a home you like, they'll research the current market and the market trends even further, and they'll talk to the seller's agent about the seller's priorities and hot buttons. At this point, they'll also ask the seller's agent if the seller is willing to pay the fee for our buyer's agent. All of this to help you write an offer that will be attractive to the seller at a price you can afford with terms you want, or to help you decide whether to make an offer at all. Your agent will present your offer and begin the negotiation process. A great agent will be a terrific collaborative negotiator with the experience and expertise to know how to compromise and create a deal that both you and the seller are happy with. Your buyer's agent will be able to negotiate things like potential maintenance issues and closing costs, including their compensation. Your agent will negotiate the right price and the terms and make sure you're not paying more for the home than you should. They will negotiate credits and additional items on your behalf that the seller will pay for instead of you. The seller's agent wants to protect the seller and get them the most money at the best terms. As a buyer's agent, their job is to do the same for you. The goal is to negotiate all of this and make sure you get the best price and terms. Once your offer is accepted, your agent then manages all the people and processes to unearth any issues that finalize the deal. They'll work with you, the buyer, to set up inspections needed like full home inspections, sewer line inspections, or radon testing, and point out any issues. They'll also help coordinate appraisals and discuss the results with you. They'll keep on top of the lenders and help you provide whatever documentation is necessary. If the state or situation calls for it, they'll coordinate with attorneys. They'll review the seller's disclosures and point out any potential problems, then negotiate a resolution to those issues. Your agent will manage all these people and processes to keep your escrow on track, and they'll communicate regularly so you know exactly what's happening. Their job is also to make sure that you are protected from any legal liability. Yes, your agent will spend literally hundreds of hours, much of it behind the scenes, working on your behalf. And it's only when they succeed and you have the keys to your dream home that they get paid. Again, per agreement, you as the buyer are contractually responsible to pay this fee, although your agent will negotiate and work to get the seller to pay it. However, based on all they do for you, don't you think the fee is worth it?